the home of the Tigers, Pistons, and Red Wings.
All the time together?
Together all the time.
After hitting a high note on their international stop in Mexico City, the Detroit Pistons land in the home of the Blues here in Memphis, Tennessee. The season start is delivered to you by Chipotle. How about Jalen Duren over the weekend? Coming off perhaps his best game as a pro. It was a career-high 33-point, 10-rebound performance. His efficiency on Saturday, incredible. Only missed 3 of the 16 shots he took from the floor. Cade Cunningham, meanwhile, he was handing out dimes over Halloween weekend. 18 assists, that ties his career high and pushes him among the league's best in that category. And on the other side tonight, must-see TV, Ja Morant returns following a 1-game suspension for conduct detrimental to the team. And we welcome everybody inside FedEx Forum. Johnny Kane alongside Gregory Kelser. A really good international win for the boys on Saturday, and really it was led by the efforts of Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. What a masterful 1-2 punch they put on the Mavs.
It was a great game plan. I mean, Cade is starting to understand that with him elevating his game, he's going to see a bunch of different defenses all geared to try to get the ball out of his hands, or at the very least make him take a tough shot. Look at Dwight Powell here, just keying on him and giving up the lane to a cutting Jalen Duren time and again. This was like a repeating theme on his way to 8 dunks and 72 points in the paint by the Pistons. The Pistons also asked their big guy, run the floor. Dallas is not going to get back. Well, we saw that happen, and they're a bucket in transition. So Cade had his passing game in full effect. 18 assists, as you mentioned, and just 1 turnover. That is an incredible, efficient, professional basketball game, taking what's there and helping your teammates be better because of all the attention that's being applied to one Cade Cunningham.
As J.B. Bickerstaff said, their skill sets complement one another, and there's that combined willingness to do the right thing. Now, on the other side, we're going to see Ja Morant tonight. As I mentioned, served a 1-game suspension, so he missed last night's game against the Toronto Raptors. He's been terrific here in Memphis, but certainly with his star power, there has been a little tumultuousness that has come with that as well. So we will explain the most recent example to you as Ja Morant gets ready to face Cade Cunningham for just the 2nd time in their careers.
He answered that last year. They have a star. Cade Cunningham is a star.
Ja Morant is the kind of dude, he wants the moment.
They want to show the face, so we ride and we got the seats down. They treat me like a king in the streets now.
Right by Cade! Oh, Ja Morant!
On FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance, a proud partner of the Detroit Pistons. By your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, visit Toyota.com. And the season start is delivered to you by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. The Pistons' visit to Mexico City on Saturday was muy bueno as they experienced the culture of our neighbors to the south and captured a 12-point win over the Dallas Mavericks. Let's relive a trip full of big money moments, brought to you by Menards.
Hola, Mexico. Muchas gracias por venir. Mi español poquito, pero amo a Mexico. Amo a Mexico.
Really exciting things when the NBA brings the game globally, particularly to Mexico City. Tonight is the 34th game, preseason and regular season, staged in Mexico. We are ready to go. Cunningham, alley-oop with authority to finish by Jalen Duren. Well, he's the first player in the NBA to hit all 3 of those numbers. 21 points, 6 boards, 18 assists tonight.
Detroit making all the right plays, and a career night for Mr. Jalen Duren.
I just wanted to get the win. The rest is history. Yeah, it means a lot. You know, it's a big stage for us, being able to play internationally. I'm not sure if I would ever been able to come to Mexico City if it wasn't for basketball. So I'm very blessed. We all feel very blessed for the opportunity and thankful for the opportunity. And we hope we gave the fans a good show.
It is over in Mexico City, and the team that walks off the floor with the win tonight, Detroit.
It's been amazing. It's been one of probably the coolest basketball experiences I've ever had. I'm thankful. I appreciate all the fans coming out. We had a great time.
We welcome everybody to Memphis. Apologize for joining you just a second into the ball game, but the first shot goes to Isaiah Stewart just off the mark. We'll get to tonight's starting lineups momentarily, but anticipate a really good game here tonight between the Pistons, who come in with a 4-2 mark. Memphis coming off their first back-to-back losses of the season. You see John Morant there out front, and he's going to get whistled for an early foul in his first ball game back. Let's get to tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Henry Ford Health. John Morant, Jalen Wells in the backcourt, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, the one-time Piston, then the two 6'11" big man, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Jock Landale. For the Pistons, Tobias Harris not available tonight, dealing with an ankle injury, so it is Isaiah Stewart who gets the start alongside Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson, Duncan Robinson, and Cade Cunningham. It is Cade with the basketball now, looking underneath for Jalen Duren. Duren muscles his way in for the first hoop of the ball game.
And very impressive because he did it right there in front of one of the premier shot blockers in the league, Jaren Jackson. Jalen was able to take his time and shoot the ball when he was absolutely ready.
And Memphis got a couple of point-blank looks, but couldn't finish. And there is the first lob of the ball game. And Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren picking up where they left off in Mexico City.
Well, Jalen Duren certainly picking up where he left off in terms of running the floor. Get up and down the floor, and he'll get easy buckets. I think he likes that.
KCP, back iron, no good for Memphis. Pistons still looking to push pace. Cade working against Caldwell-Pope. The spin, corner, Stewart. Just off the mark, rebound John Morant.
Both good shots out of the corner, shots that Isaiah Stewart can make. This is the first two, but I don't think that'll be his last.
KCP working underneath to Jock Landale. Has a size advantage against Asar Thompson. Asar did his best, but Landale too much length.
That's a lot of length, and the best thing that you can do with a guy like that is try and beat him to the spot and push him a little bit farther away from the basket, make him uncomfortable that way.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Initially, they say it's Pistons basketball. It will be Pistons basketball. It's like initially he was going to go Memphis way, but another look at that lob connection.
Very nice floor spacing, everything there for the Pistons to score easy in transition.
Duncan Robinson doing the inbounding. Stewart calls for it underneath, working against Jaren Jackson. Soft little hook shot. Isaiah gets it right back and attacks the rim.
Alertly, he was heading back down the floor defensively when that loose ball became available.
John Morant kicks it out. Shot good from Jalen Wells.
Good player there, Johnny.
Really good player.
Made a mark in the league as a rookie last year. In fact, was first team all-rookie.
Former Washington State Cougar. Jalen Duren, high efficiency player, continues to be so. 8-4, Pistons have doubled them up just shy of 3 minutes into the ball game.
You notice the defense being applied to John Morant. That's pretty much what both teams will do against the other team's star player.
Oh, Cade! Able to take it coast to coast after the steal.
Who are these Pistons getting off to an early quick start?
Jock Landale said, hang on. Cuts into the deficit, but to your point, opening quarter has not been kind to the Pistons despite their recent success. But a much better start tonight from the opening jump.
They are giving that shot to Isaiah Stewart.
He's not shy to take it, but he prefers shots from about that range. That one just off the front iron. Duncan Robinson making things difficult on Ja Morant. Morant gives it up, gets it back, pulls up for a three. Jock Landale right there, nobody boxed him out, and there will be a whistle on the floor that'll go against Detroit.
Landale is listed as 6'11". He looks 7'1".
Yep.
He has got to be dealt with when the shot goes up. You got to find him and put a body on him. Cade finding the rim in transition. Not only is Jalen Duren running the floor, Cade Cunningham is running the floor early in this game.
Santi Aldama checks in for Memphis, as does the rookie Cedric Coward. Aldama with it out front. Isaiah Stewart giving him a little breathing room. Wells with the pump fake working against Cade. Back out to Aldama. Coward, really nice start to his NBA career. Late shot clock off the back iron. Aldama able to keep it alive for Memphis. Ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Memphis. It'll be Detroit basketball. So much better start offensively for the Pistons. As Asar Thompson with a head of steam into the corner, make the extra pass, and Duncan Robinson, his three no good. And Ja Morant comes away with it.
It's good basketball. You cannot argue with the shots the Pistons are taking.
Morant got right to the rim, shot bothered. Now Cade with Thompson, barrage! And Thompson takes it in for the flush.
Well, clearly, Memphis is like Dallas, maybe even more so, slow to get back. Pistons able to score early and often, which is a good thing.
Cade forcing Wells to his left. Wells in trouble. Ball knocked away. Landale comes away with it. Morant, nice pass underneath. Coward rejected by Isaiah Stewart.
See, that's what's important. Even though Isaiah Stewart is in the game, starting in place of Tobias Harris, he's going to want to give the Pistons the offensive production that he can, and some of it will come from outside. But when it's on the defensive end, you're still expecting him to protect the rim like he did just there.
Karis LeVert checks into the ballgame for the Pistons. And Jock Landale will get a blow as well for Memphis. Charles Bassey into the ballgame. Bassey with it up top. Shot rattles around, another late clock shot. This one from Wells does not drop. Pistons right now outscoring Memphis 12-2 in the painted area. Cade dribbles back in there. This one off the mark. Ja Morant with speed. Ball poked out. Aldama buries the three. That's what's keeping Memphis in this one.
Yeah, three of them now. Three makes.
12-10. 6.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Corner three. Isaiah Stewart. This one off the mark. Rebound by Aldama. Morant looking for the lob underneath. Wells couldn't hit the bunny, but gets his own rebound and ties this game. J.B. Bickerstaff wants to talk it over. Good action here in the early going. We're all not.
The Memphis Grizzlies were excited to get Ja Morant back in their lineup tonight after not being available last night for the team in Toronto. He served a one-game suspension due to conduct detrimental to the team, but it hasn't been his only incident, you guys. He's missed a lot of time over the last 3 seasons, so let's clear it up with Wall's side. He was suspended for a total of 33 games dating back to 2023. He had a shoulder injury, 47 games in 2024. Now he had to watch his teammates last night from the sidelines, and head coach Tuomas Isolo said they're just looking forward to move forward from this situation here tonight, and now he's back on the floor for these guys.
It's a tough spot, you know, for obviously the fans here in Memphis and for Coach Isolo, you know, in his first full season guiding his team. And as he said, it's an internal matter. You know, we're not going to get into all the specifics of it, but Duncan Robinson's 3 off the mark. You know, but effectively, you know, Ja Morant didn't take the loss against the Lakers well and said, ask the coaches, and asked repeatedly, you know, what went wrong. And he went on to say, you know, probably me not playing. And he ended up not playing last night against Toronto.
You know what, he's clearly a young guy who's still maturing and still has a lot of growth that he needs to experience. But if you're a fan of the league and the game of basketball, you got to hope that he gets it together. He is supremely talented and a fun player to watch. You know, it was just a few years ago, he was nearly the face of the league and was in the MVP conversation, way up there. So things have slid, and you just hope for his sake, while he's still young and talented, that he can get it together.
As the Pistons turn the basketball over, Aldama turns it right back to the Pistons. But you're right. You know, just 26 years old, now in his 7th season. But yeah, one of the faces of the league back in 2022. And they're going to continue to work through this thing. But I know the fans are grateful to see him here on the floor tonight as he gets a rest here late in the first quarter. Pistons up 16-14. Aldama goes behind his back. Aldama, another 3. This one off the mark. Duncan Robinson with a quick first step.
I bet I know what this time I was going to be about if you're Memphis. They are horrible right now getting back in transition. This time late, this last play, they were back, but they weren't ready to defend. And realizing that, Duncan Robinson just blows by and gets another layup.
Pistons up 4, 9 of 12 from two-point land. Can't buy a bucket from 3, but our primetime performance brought to you by Huntington Bank. This is where they've been getting their production, right in the painted area. You see what they did on Saturday against the Dallas Mavericks in Mexico City, and they picked it back up again here tonight, Special K.
All of their 18 points in the paint. If it's there, why not exploit it? Until Memphis finally figures out you got to stop the ball, you got to get back and match up. Hey, Pistons, go to work and shoot a high percentage, which you'll do if you're laying it up and dunking. Those are shots from our Buick GMC Pro Vision, folks.
Well, out of the timeout, Memphis able to get a shot right in close as Bassi able to lay it home. Cuts the deficit to 2. Ron Holland, the second into the ball game. Back out to Cade. Swings a pass over to LeVert. That three-point shot would not drop. 0 for 6 from deep for the Pistons. Hey, nice steal by Karis LeVert. There's Ron Holland. Look out. Ron Holland takes it home. Making a 4-point lead for the Pistons. There's that instant offense and that instant spark that Ron Holland brings.
Can you make a layup?
I could make a layup.
I can make a layup, which means we can play tonight. We can play for the Pistons tonight because that's all they're getting, folks.
I can't make a layup as easily as Ron Holland does, though. Vince Williams Jr. went to the left hand, no good. Bassi, his try, no good. Somehow Jaren Jackson ends up with it. And Javonte Green in the passing lane, but a whistle on the floor.
Here, Karis LeVert, good hands, works hard, gives up the body to keep it inbounds, and now the Pistons are going the other way. And the points will go to Holland, but the hustle and the guy who made it happen was Karis LeVert.
As Cunningham and Duran get a rest.
Keep an eye on your boy
Paul Reed into the ball game, and Asar Thompson checks back in.
We won't soon forget the play and the production of Paul Reed down in Houston, that big Piston first road win. And he's going to get called early tonight because of the loss of Tobias Harris.
They call him B-ball Paul for a reason. LeVert looking for the lob for Asar Thompson, but a little too tall for him. There's P. Reed getting in the passing lane. Javonte Green with the hustle. Green back up to LeVert. 6 turnovers by the Grizzlies. Holland putting it on the floor, working against Aldama, dumps it off, but a whistle. And this one could go against Ron Holland. Might have caught him with the offhand. Better look at it.
Driving along the baseline, Aldama got him right there.
Yeah.
Certainly inadvertent. Yeah, that was just a drive hard to the basket. But he got him.
First foul against Ron Holland. Cedric Coward in the lane, knocked away. Make that 7 turnovers for Memphis. LeVert underneath, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Detroit. I'll tell you what. You look at a lot of the names on the back of the jerseys out there for the Pistons. A lot of newcomers. That's some questions about how much will they be able to contribute to victory. We've seen it with Javonte Green early on. He got the championship belt after the performance in Mexico City. Asar Thompson just having an absolute impressive year to start the season offensively. But answered at the other end, Ja Morant, his first field goal. 4-point game, 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Ron Holland working against Aldama.
You know, in Mexico, Ron Holland sort of settled for some three-point shots, and not all of them perhaps at the right time. But it's clear to me that his purpose out there now is to go to the basket. He's not even thinking about a three-pointer. Every time he's gotten it, he's tried to get inside, and it has paid off for him.
Ron Holland steps to the line for the first of two. The Pistons are taking on Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz coming up on Wednesday. That's November the 5th at 7 o'clock. You can catch all the action at Little Caesars Arena as the Pistons try to keep the Jazz off rhythm. Get your seats now at pistons.com/tickets. As a look at Tobias Harris, again dealing with a bit of an ankle injury.
That is a huge loss for the Pistons. Not only his production, both ends of the floor, but the leadership,
that's it.
The experience.
That's it.
That's huge, not having him tonight.
The Uncle T watching in street clothes tonight. But he'll be rooting on the guys, no question about it. Whistle's going to go against Javonte Green. Mentioned Green, he had a couple of steals, a block in that win over the Mavericks on Saturday. But nice addition to this team. I mean, you get a sense that he kind of fits into the fabric of what these guys want, what they're looking for. And another whistle on the floor. You know, fouls have been up across the league, Special K, but the Pistons do, you know, they feel with their hands. And, yeah, go ahead.
27 personal fouls per game.
Yeah, that's the most in the league.
That's the category you don't want to be most in the league in.
And you don't want to give freebies away, especially to a guy like Ja Morant at the line. So it takes it from 6 to 5. Yeah, what was the game? It was a game in Houston. Remember when we had Duncan Robinson at halftime and he said we're on pace for about a 3-hour game. We had a lot of stoppages in that one. But the Pistons, even when the game does tend to get muddied up, they're able to persevere more often than not. But certainly fouls at a premium tonight without having Tobias Harris. So the bench not as deep as it normally would be. Karis LeVert. Green ends up with it. Green buries the three. That is their first triple make of the quarter. Coward. He answers at the other end.
That's a good rookie there. Second in the league and rookie scoring at 15 a game. He gets all the opportunities, the time's there. He's making the most of it.
He knows where the shots are to be found. Holland puts it on the floor, working against the rookie. A lot of contact, and they're going to get Coward.
Now it's a question of will they give him the basket?
Right.
Will Holland get the basket?
They're counting it. As of now, they will count it. Rubbin's racing. Crowd doesn't like it.
If I'm being objective here,
they're going to whistle Memphis for a delay of game here.
Yeah. It looked like Howard got to the spot, but he is a rookie, so he got home.
I was just going to say, well,
not that that matters or should matter, but young fella was there.
He might have gotten there. They are lobbying their case, but to no avail. So the end one opportunity for Ron Holland pays it off at the stripe. So big sequence there for the Pistons, as they lead it now by 7, their largest lead. Minute to play in the quarter. Ja Morant trying to quickly answer at the other end. Had to get rid of it. Green trying to bother him. Morant regathers. Shot no good. KCP. He's going to go to the line.
The defense on Morant is working right now. He's having to take tough shots. He's not getting a straight path to the basket. But what's happening, the Pistons are paying a bit of a price because they're weakened on that glass because of the extra eyes and people shading towards Morant.
Well, I guess if you go into the ball game saying make somebody else beat us, it's not the worst strategy in the world. Now a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Check out these great vehicles today, only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
You know, and coming into this ball game, again, you talk about the size. You know, they've played something like the jumbo package that the Houston Rockets have. They have a lot of length. But here, when Landale and Jaren Jackson are both on the floor, that's two 6'11" guys. And obviously the Pistons trying to combat that with Duren and Stewart. There was a drop-off attempt by Asar Thompson that would not go. And at the other end, KCP, his shot attempt, unsuccessful. 25 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. 12 on the shot clock. Karis LeVert taking his time with it. Ja Morant trying to get in his kitchen. LeVert, pump fake. LeVert buries the shot.
That was all Karis LeVert, one-on-one, and he made it pay off.
And now we get to see it at the other end. Morant with the quick step, the high lofting shot, no good. And believe it or not, Special K, Pistons have their first lead after one quarter for the first time all season.
Look at this. I mean, it's just two guys in the picture there. And two guys in the picture at the end almost. And Karis LeVert, his offense, a little bit better than pretty good defense by Morant.
Here in Memphis, and let's take a look at FanDuel's live odds. The money line right now at -330. The over/under, it's at 231.5, -110. So the total parlay right now is at +143. The Pistons right now with a lead after quarter number one for the first time this season. JB Bickerstaff has got to be happy with that, Johnny Kane. Odds are always subject to change.
Always. Always good to remind people, though, you know? Yeah, I would think from a coaching standpoint, I was just joking with JB before, and like, you know, his team has shown resilience, obviously, and the ability to come back time and time again this season. But from a coaching standpoint, he said, boys, let's not dig the hole to begin with. As Ja Morant gets an and one at the other opportunity. Don't want to let him get going. And second personal foul will be charged to Ron Holland.
He's so easy to stay in front of, but you don't want to reach or gamble as Ron Holland just did there, and now he's able to get by you into the lane before help can come. And he makes a tough floater, but he's going to get an and one opportunity there.
Well, good start to the quarter for Morant. Again, just 1 of 6 from the floor in the opening quarter. 0 of 1 from deep, did have 3 assists and just the 1 turnover again in his first game back after serving the 1-game suspension. So 32-28. Cade over to Ron. Holland well off the mark on this one. Caldwell Pope there with the rebound. There you see a little drag screen up top from Landale to try to free up Ja Morant. And that one knocked out of bounds. They try to get Ja Morant. You know, Memphis wants to get him to his left-hand side. He loves working left.
You know, when you think about it, a player who plays similarly and probably has supplanted him, not probably, has indeed supplanted him as more of the face of the league and has really, really elevated his whole makeup, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Good call.
That is where Morant was heading, but Shai took that and took it to the highest level. MVP, champion, all of it.
Cade with the dump off underneath to Isaiah Stewart. There's been a lot of contact underneath the basket on both sides. Memphis feels like on that last Jaren Jackson hoop, maybe he got fouled, but unquestioned that Isaiah Stewart did get fouled on that attempt. Hey, Pistons Academy Thanksgiving Clinic returns to the Henry Ford Detroit Pistons Performance Center coming up on November 25th. That's from 4 to 8. It's open to boys and girls in grades 3 through 9. It's a one-day event. They have new drills, challenges, a dunk show from the Pistons Extreme team, and a lot more. Every participant gets a Cade Cunningham bobblehead and 2 tickets to a 2025-26 Pistons game. Scan the QR code to register. And Stewart able to take care of it at the line. Minute gone by here in the second quarter. Morant, again, working to his left and dribbles it out of bounds, frustrated with himself. That'll be the second turnover charge to Morant. Now Ron Holland slings it out. Holland gets it back. How about this time? Ron Howland right in front of the Pistons bench. And he races back down the floor to catch back up with John Morant. Back to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, surely in front of your own bench, plenty of encouragement and positivity on that hoist. Unlike when you're doing it in front of your opponent's bench.
Yeah, not as much fun. Landale shot from out front, no good. Holland working against Jaren Jackson, goes to the left hand, rattles around, somehow doesn't drop. Tried to keep it alive, but Memphis comes away with it.
He has been so active in this game. Ron Holland.
Spark plug. Look, Morant putting a body on Robinson, and Holland reaches in, and he's going to get whistled for another foul. That'll be 3.
Yeah.
So you love the tenacity, right? Stay on it, but risk reward. Here's a look at it. Trying to help out Duncan Robinson down low.
And he definitely got him. Got him good, too. He doesn't like the call, but it's the right call. And you hate to have to bring him off the floor for this reason.
Yeah.
3 fouls. I don't know if we even see him anymore in this half.
Yeah, 12 points for Ron Holland. But the 3 fouls, so early exit here in the second quarter. Karis LeVert will replace him.
Now, J.B. Bickerstaff has shown a propensity to keep guys or bring guys back with 3 fouls. I don't know that he'll do that, folks, with Ron Holland. You know, at this stage of his career, still young, plays one way, and that's all out, 100%, gambles everything. I don't know if we'll see him. We'll see.
Pistons turn the basketball over. Morant with it, working against Robinson again. Tough spin move in the lane. Got Cade suspended in the air. Morant starting to make a living at the free throw line. He is hard to defend. Once you think you've got him, it's like he just shifts his weight, gets into another shooting position. And on this one, Cade Cunningham gets whistled.
He's good with both hands. His footwork is impeccable. His pump fakes are really good. He knows how to get people out of position with those pump fakes, and continues to march to that free throw line.
Hey, let's, while we've got a break in the action, let's hear a message from Figer Law.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, make Figer Law your first call. Figer Law. All we do is win. All we do is win.
Well, all the Pistons have been doing is winning here of late, but John Morant, the only Memphis Grizzly in double figures right now, not shooting it particularly well from the floor, but able to get to the free throw strike. Misses the second one there. But the Pistons maintain the lead, 37-33. Cade working against the rookie, kicks it out. Javonte Green, his 3 no good. Yeah, Pistons ice cold from deep in this ball game. Just 2 makes and 11 tries. Morant underneath to Landale. Landale, point blank range, couldn't find it. LeVert nearly throws it away. And the Pistons end up turning it back over. So hadn't been particularly clean on either end. Both teams playing with a lot of pace, but the turnovers have been costly. Jalen Duren getting set to check back into the ball game. JD knows this place well, doesn't he?
Quite well, and talked before the game, said he had a great experience, he and his family living here for a few years.
Caldwell Pope. Back out to Morant. Morant looking for the lob to Landale, but knocked away by Isaiah Stewart. But he gets it back. 5 on the shot clock, working against Cunningham. Into the corner, Cedric Coward. Shot deflected by Javonte Green. Cade through traffic now. Robinson down low. Isaiah Stewart bottled up by Jock Landale. Whenever they say when you're big, you say make sure he doesn't get a clean shot off.
Here, look at Cade Cunningham trailing on Morant. Morant trying to lob it up top. Sets it up again for Cade Cunningham, who will exhaust all opportunities by staying in front of Morant. And now with the clock winding down, Coward gets it in like, hey, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, his shot is predictable. He didn't even have time for a pump fake.
A good closeout by Javonte Green. All right, so Pistons side out. LeVert nearly throws it away. Isaiah Stewart Fortunate to keep it alive, but he does throw it away. Memphis coming the other way.
Both these coaches will be talking about taking better care of the basketball.
Cam Spencer just checked into the ball game and buries the three, and J.B. Bickerstaff wants time. Memphis has trimmed this thing to 1.
Yeah, JB wants to have that conversation right now. Guys, we're killing ourselves.
Muchas gracias por venir. Mi español poquito, pero amo a México. Amo a México.
I guess dropping 18 assists wasn't the coolest part of Cade Cunningham's night in Mexico City. In our Call Sam Best call, the man can speak some Spanish, guys. I asked him this morning, where the heck did you pull that out of? He goes, ChatGPT can be real helpful. I practiced all day, and I could not get it right in my head. So I planned on going up there, saying Hola Mexico, and saying the rest in English. But he goes, as soon as I got up there, it just started flowing out of me. It came out perfect, and I don't know what meant. So for him, he goes, I'm just as shocked as you guys are at what happened in Mexico. But here I am, I'm bilingual, I guess.
I'll tell you what, I was there. It was perfect. And from out of nowhere, we were all amazed. And that crowd, they ate it up. And those fans that were not Cade Cunningham fans were after that, and all the rest were certainly after the game after 18 assists.
That takes some courage, man. It takes some courage to get in front of a crowd and try to speak in the native tongue. But that just goes to show you the leadership. Sometimes stick your neck out a little bit and good things happen. Just put yourself in a position. And he was able to rise to meet the moment. Speaking of which, Duncan Robinson. Again, Pistons haven't been shooting it. He's been rising. They haven't been shooting it great from 3. But that's a big shot right there to try to quell some of the leakage. 16 combined turnovers between these two teams. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his 3 no good. Cade went high for the rebound. Isaiah Stewart ends up with it. Cade with the no look to Jalen Duren, dumps it off to LeVert. Duncan Robinson, how about from the other side? Off the mark. Jalen Duren working for it. Duren knocked away. Landale comes away with it for Memphis. Good hustle play from Jalen Duren, but didn't pay off. Now the big fella, Jaren Jackson Jr. nearly had it poked away by Cade Cunningham, but he's going to get whistled for the foul.
Now, I'm sure the Pistons will argue that it was contact on the other end on Duren and maybe contact there, but one was called and the other one was not. So,
well, there's Cade. I don't know if he's speaking Spanish here, questioning this call, but look at what Blake Griffin said. You remember when they played 2019? He came out in front of the Mexico City crowd, and he spoke many fewer words, but he said, nice to see Cade carried on that long-standing tradition, which is good stuff. He had no Blake Griffin's personality, but I remember he went out there. He might have only said hola, looking back on it.
You know, I'm told that as of midday, Cade Cunningham had no idea that he was going to do that. It was a late ask.
Yeah.
So he had first to get himself geared up for it, and then he had to learn what he wanted to say. I thought he pulled it off again brilliantly.
Did a great job. Again, Pistons' first international win. Asar Thompson will get a chance to go to the line. So midway through the second quarter, Pistons shooting it better from deep here thanks to Duncan Robinson, but still just 3 threes for the Pistons. And they've been getting, again, a lion's share of their production there in the painted area. And after the early timeout from Coach Tuamas Isolo, you see Memphis doing a better job trying to get back, in particular in transition. But both these teams like to play with a little pace. Saw our first free throw off the mark. You know, I was stopped into a card shop in, where was I? Berkeley? No, Clawson. And stopped in the card shop the other day, and the card shop owner, trading cards, he said, you know what player I'm collecting nowadays? I said, who's that? He said, Asar Thompson. I said, I think he has a chance to be a 20-point per game guy in this league. How about that?
That's
if you're into card trading, you know, you got a lot of it's based on speculation. Who's going to be the next big thing? And he felt like Asar Thompson might be that guy.
He can be the next big thing without averaging 20 a game.
Fair point. There defensively. Uh-oh, here we go. We got some fireworks out on the floor now. So Asar Thompson tried to stay right in the kitchen of Vince Williams Jr. And Williams took exception to it.
Now, when you're being defended closely and physically, if you're Asar Thompson, you already know that there'll be nights when things like this will happen. I like the way he pretty much kept his cool and turned and walked away. Let the officials now sort it all out.
And we saw that the other night. Again, you talk about the way he plays. You know, Ron Holland, Asar Thompson, very similar in the way that they're going to stay on you and don't give you a lot of breathing room. We saw that the other day in Houston, too, where there was a little mix-up and Asar didn't escalate, walked away. And it looked here like Vince Williams.
Trigger for replay as a possible hostile act.
So they are going to review this play and take a look at it. And we'll show it to you again because, again, the initial foul was called. And then Williams Jr. obviously took exception. So we'll slow it down for you. So there's the foul. Or the no foul. Okay, here's the play right there. There's the play. So you make your own determination based on that. That was the continuation of the play.
Well, it's a foul on Asar Thompson, common foul, and then the rest will go as.
Yeah, that's going to be
extracurricular. That wasn't necessary. That's hostile.
Yeah. I don't think there's any question. Obviously, the guys can smile about it as Tobias Harris looks on with Asar Thompson. It looked like Vince Williams was just trying to get some separation initially, right, with the off arm, and Asar reached out and basically didn't let him get the shot up.
Well, he just missed that three-pointer, and then he got the ball back and was not going to be allowed a free path to the basket and took exception to it.
So there's the whistle, and then, yeah, it's not up to me to make the decision right here, but certainly I don't think Asar was not escalating the play. He just, after the play there, didn't let the shot come up, and then he takes a shot to the jaw. You saw the first guy in there to separate.
You know, these Thompson twins are both getting pretty good at that. His brother got Jalen Duren to fall forward in Houston.
Yep.
And Jalen Duren ended up getting ejected from the game.
From the ball.
I don't think this will arise to that. I don't think, but we'll know in a moment or two.
Yeah, there is, within the game, you know, if you played it, you know, there's a reason why some of these guys stay in the league a long time. You know, a guy comes to mind, you know, another Michigan State Spartan that, you know, you either like him or you don't. And Draymond Green, he'd be one of them. You know, the Ron Artests of the world. I mean, there's some guys that are able to, they just disrupt your psyche. And when you're not thinking clearly because you're too worried about this other guy who's been an annoyance, that can take you out of your game.
I can promise you that Williams is probably wishing he hadn't done this. I mean, it's over now and he gets a chance to think about it. That was reaction.
Yeah.
But after that, you get a chance to think about it. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Dillon Brooks would be another guy on that list. You know, they're not bad or dirty players, but what you can do, there's some guys that are really effective at disrupting another guy's mental capacity. And right there, like you said, we've all done that. In the moment, something happens and bang, bang, what's your initial reaction, right? I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. But here, in a governed society where they say, well, you shouldn't have done that, and here's the penalty for the infraction. So as they continue to talk it over, Trey Maddox, Andy Nagy. Here's the decision.
During review, it is observed that there are 3 unsportsmanlike acts. The first technical foul is on Williams for Memphis. The other technical foul is on Thompson for Detroit. And then we have a subsequent technical foul on Stewart. When the penalty will shoot the technical foul first, and then we'll play from Williams 2 free throws.
So offsetting, if you will. offsetting, if you will, between Williams and Sar Thompson. They're both going to get teed up. Or Sar Thompson for right there grabbing. And then the reaction from Williams. But let's watch Isaiah Stewart. He puts his finger in his
there's
face.
the finger point.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that initially. Looked like he went in to break it up, but that's, I think if you're the Pistons on this play to come away on the short end of it, obviously some words said, and then the finger point warrants the second technical. So 2 technical fouls on the Pistons and 1 on Williams.
To be sure, you can finger point. You just can't do it from 2 inches away.
Sure. Well, this might set a tone for the remainder of this game as Sar Thompson takes a seat on the Pistons bench and Karis LeVert re-enters the ballgame.
I don't know that he was expecting to get a technical foul on Sar Thompson.
Well, he's got 3 personals and a technical. And Isaiah Stewart with the technical, but no personals. And Williams goes to the line. And we got ourselves a heck of a ball game here at 41-39. Now he tried to settle everybody back in and get back to playing basketball. Jalen Duren working against Bassey. And another whistle on the floor. So we have not had a shortage of fouls here in this ball game. And Jalen Duren, who is a much improved free throw shooter, I mean much improved, going back to his rookie campaign, what he's been able to do at the line, goes to show you, the level of commitment he's put into this aspect of his game. He buries the first. Time for Chipotle real difference maker. There it is. 85% this season. And take a look at the attempts per game, Special K. That says something too. Obviously all his production has typically come right in and around in the paint, but his willingness to get there and get to the line, he's doubled his free throw attempt production here this season, and obviously coming off a monster game in Mexico City as he buries them both calmly. 17 combined fouls in this game. We still have 5.5 to play here in the second quarter. Morant rifles it over to Wells. Wells being bothered by Cunningham. Out to Aldama. That one off the mark. Rebound Cade. Holland back into the ball game, playing with 3 personals. And a shot underneath.
Beautiful post up and entry feed on the bounce from Jalen Duren. Isaiah Stewart, you love to have him at that point and that opportunity all night.
Pistons open it back up to 6. Wells, step back, pump fake once, off the mark. Look at Isaiah Stewart, 1-arm rebound, up to Cade, up to LeVert, Karis LeVert. A little charisma with the finish.
Well, I tell you what, it was the Pistons that responded after that little melee. Memphis went to the free throw line and got 3 free throws. The Pistons have gotten 3 field goals since all that happened. Beautiful running play right there.
Back to an 8-point lead for the Pistons.
Let's make a claim right now, folks, with Pure Auto Insurance. And it's hard to find rhythm and pace when you're getting defended and kept off balance the way the Pistons have applied their defense to John Morant. Look at this. It's almost like rushing the quarterback. You get him to hurry, hear footsteps, bump him a little bit, just keep him out of rhythm, and you end up shooting 2 for 7, scoring only 10 points to this stage of the game, and you like what you're doing against John Morant. He has really not been a factor yet.
Yeah, majority of his production has come at the line. But Memphis cut this thing to 1. Pistons on a 10-3 run since that point to lead it by 8. So out of the timeout. Aldama over to Wells. His triple try, no good. Bassey there for the rebound. They'll get another crack at it. Ron Howard got to be careful with those 3 personals.
Yeah,
he's right on him.
This is risky.
Morant, step back. Almost impossible to defend. 12 points now for Ja Morant, who leads Memphis in scoring. Approaching 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Durant dumps it off. Cade, little mid-range, would not drop. Memphis coming the other way. Duncan Robinson trying to keep Morant in front of him as he directs traffic. Wells, 4 seconds to shoot. Wells, step back three. His shot no good. Jalen Duren comes away with the rebound. Good battle underneath between him and Charles Bassey. Cade with the rookie on him. Back iron no good. Bassey tips it over to Aldama. One and done for the Pistons. And getting behind the defense was Wells, but the pass from Ja Morant, a little too hot to handle. Threw him a fastball. Probably needed to toss him a changeup.
And lower it a little bit, huh?
Just a smidge. Three minutes to play here in the first half. Cade working against the rookie, Cedric Coward. Body. The finish, no, but he'll go to the line to shoot two.
You know, again, and like Ja Morant, Cade Cunningham has so many moves in a single surge. He gave Coward a lot there to have to deal with, and Coward did a pretty good job of cutting off maybe the first and second surge, but then it's that third one where you eventually get yourself in trouble, and Cade Cunningham is on the free throw line. Guys with multiple moves in a single surge are very difficult to handle.
A relatively slow start for Cade tonight, just 5 points. It's his first trip to the free throw line. Sometimes that can get a guy going too, right? You get the individual matchup against the rookie, get to the line. Hope to get 2 quick ones down there. But Isaiah Stewart, after the miss, he gets thrown to the ground, and that'll be a foul against Memphis. I believe it's on Jackson Jr.,
who hasn't really been a factor in this game yet, has played 13 minutes, has only scored 4 points, has only taken 3 shots, so he hasn't gotten involved, and he's a guy who's had some really good games against the Pistons since entering the league.
He's had some huge games against Detroit, so you had a chance to catch up with him before the game. Fellow Spartan,
yeah,
2-time blocking champion, but he gets whistled for the foul, and now Isaiah Stewart gets a chance to go to the line.
Yeah, got a few Spartans in the league doing big things. Max Christie started for Dallas the other night. Jackson's an all-star multiple times. Draymond Green is a multiple champion.
Yeah. Isaiah Stewart, good on the first.
Xavier Tillman became a champion a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Go Green.
They got a big football game coming up on Saturday, do they? No, I was thinking of Indiana Penn State. That's coming up on Saturday. Isaiah Stewart, second free throw. That one rattles home. Largest lead for Detroit. It is at 9 points. This game did have a lot of pace early on, slowed down. Javonte Green back into the ball game. He'll get an opportunity. Look at both hands behind his back, working against Ja Morant. No reaching. And a whistle away from the ball. And I believe this one's going to go against Duncan Robinson, trying to keep tabs on the rookie Cedric Coward. So more free throws coming as Memphis tries to chip away at it. But it's a 13-5 run for Detroit, who leads it by 9. Cedric Coward, 11th overall pick. Here's another look at it. See if we can see it underneath. You can see just a little slip screen there. He tried to work his way around it, but a quick whistle. And Coward makes the first. I mentioned 11th overall pick out of Washington State. Who's the only rookie? Here's your trivia. I know I'm sure you have it. Who's the only rookie that's averaging more points per game than Cedric Coward?
Oh, the young man in Philadelphia.
That's it. DJ Edgecombe.
20 a game.
The Baylor product.
34 in his first game. Second only to Will Chamberlain.
That's good.
In a rookie season, in a rookie debut.
We'll see those guys this weekend. There's a foul going the other way. Offensive foul going to be whistled against Jalen Duren. That's his first personal foul.
Pistons had avoided the turnover for a long time.
Yeah.
Up to 8 now, but they got 7 of them in a hurry.
Gotta try to play clean here over the final 2:20. After you build up the largest lead, last thing you want to do is allow Memphis to get back into this thing, especially at the free throw line. Robinson coming out defending. 2 on the clock. Morant had just enough of a crease to get a shot off. Coward saves it, but right to Javonte Green. Now 2 minutes to play. Cade, Green, 3. Off the mark, rebound Bassett. Morant working against Cade. Welcomes the contact, throws it out of bounds. That's a turnover for Memphis. So both teams look careless with the basketball. And it'll be Javonte Green who will do the inbounding for Detroit. And it looks like might have a wet spot on the floor. They're going to try to clean up. Over on the far side, or on the near side of your television screen there, down the bottom right. Ty Jerome, yeah, a lot of guys out of the ball game here tonight for Memphis. That's Ty Jerome in the beard there. Scottie Pippen Jr. with the hooded sweatshirt. Zach Edey not available. Brandon Clark not available. So Memphis trying to work their way through it. Edey has worked himself back. He's available to practice at least with the G League club. But Memphis, you know, it's tough. There's Brandon Clark and Zach Edey there on the right side of your screen. Again, another big body that Memphis has. So, you know, they haven't quite had a chance to see what it all looks like right now. Those guys, you know, haven't been on the floor. Neither of those guys played last night in the loss against Toronto.
Even more reason why the Pistons should get them now.
Get them now.
Get them now.
Good chance to play Memphis. This is a place they haven't had a lot of success over the years.
Well, they haven't beaten the Grizzlies since 21.
Yeah. Memphis won 12 of the last 13 games in the regular season. Duncan Robinson out front, no good. Big bodies flying inside for the rebound, but the rookie Coward comes away with it. Morant to Aldama. Santi Aldama makes it a 5-point game with 1:20 to play in the half.
Pistons were thinking double-digit halftime lead not very long ago. Now they got to be worried about lead, period. That helps.
Well, that helps. Yes, sir. Cade Cunningham with his first triple of the night. Back up to an 8-point advantage. Aldama, baseline jumper. Santi Aldama having a nice first half. He has 9 points for Memphis. Inside a minute to play. Cade off the screen from Robinson into the corner. Isaiah Stewart rattles home the 3. Peeks into the crowd. Pistons in front by 9, matching their largest lead. Morant inside, Bassey hammered hard underneath. Duncan Robinson, Cade Cunningham both there. We'll see who the foul's on. It's going to go against Cade. So Cade picks up his 3rd personal.
But you like what he did right here. Who's open, folks? Isaiah Stewart in the left corner. Why? Because Cade Cunningham is going down the lane, and Jaren Jackson's not going to give him a path to the basket. So you pick your poison. He chose wrong.
Pistons shooting less than 30% from deep, just 5 of 17 from beyond the arc. Bassey goes to the line, makes the first. Vince Williams Jr. checks back into the ball game. Santi Aldama gets a break. Jalen Wells also back in for Memphis for the final 34.9.
Cade Cunningham averaged 26 points a game, I believe, last year. He could actually be a better player and average 3 to 4 points less than that this year. But the assists will go up. His teammates will be better as a result. And it's all because of the way teams are playing him.
Tied for 2nd in the NBA in assists. Nearly 10 per game. Here's Cade. This time not looking to pass. He gets fouled. Jaren Jackson Jr. says, no, I got all ball. But I don't believe the foul is going to go against Jackson. It's going to go against a reach in here from Ja Morant. Got him on the left shoulder. So Jackson might have been correct. But it is a whistle against Ja Morant as Cade goes back to the free throw line. Makes the first. Makes the next one. He'll be in double digits. Joining Isaiah Stewart and Ron Holland. Duncan Robinson gets a blow. Former college roommate Karis LeVert checks in for him for the final 21.8. Cade's second
lead.
free throw. There you go.
10-point lead for
10
the
points
Pistons.
for Cade and 10 for him. First double-digit lead of the ball game. As they would say in Mexico City, muy bueno, Special K. 10 seconds to play in the half. Shot clock turned off. Ja Morant got to his left. In the air, no. Cade Cunningham with it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Good if it goes. Off the mark. But I think you settle for a 58-48 halftime lead. They quickly got this thing back to double digits in the final 90 seconds of the half. All things considered, with all the turnovers, I think you accept that. Good defense here.
This has been Ja Morant's night. Lots of Pistons jerseys and bodies around him, and it has been a frustrating night for him thus far.
21-12 run to close the half. Natalie Kerwin standing by with Ron Holland, the second.
Ron, first double-digit lead of this ball game. What did the mix up there on the floor do to help set the tone to close this one out?
Yes, ma'am. Coming out there, we just need to be a lot aggressive. We came out there knowing what we needed to do coming into this game and just kind of up our intensity and just play defense and bring us home a win.
You're battling some personal foul trouble right now. What's the balance for you on staying aggressive but also trying to be smart out there too?
It's just like you said, learning to be smart, win and win, not to gamble, and just learning how the pace of the game is going. Just being able to be smart out there.
Appreciate it, Ron.
Man, thank you.
All right, more coming up on Pistons Live. Stick with us here at halftime. Pistons have a 10-point lead right now over the Grizzlies.
Double digits as they head into the third quarter. Only one turnover of the last 4:41 of the first half. And they got to be feeling good about Cade Cunningham, who didn't necessarily have it going like we saw. He had it going in Mexico City. Credit a lot to Memphis there, but we're starting to see his point production and his assists start to tally up toward his season averages.
Cade just has to be patient when games start. He's got to look and see what's happening, how they're defending him, how he can best be effective in attacking it. And then later on is when you'll probably see more scoring from him. But I love what he was able to do for his team in transition. The Pistons all getting up and down the floor, getting those early opportunities. Everything was coming from right at the basket to start this game, and then they were able to open it up a little bit more from the outside later on, again, led by Cade Cunningham. Pistons have played well in spurts. They can play better, and yet they have a 10-point halftime lead.
Memphis gets the ball first here to start the third. Jaren Jackson Jr. working against Jalen Duren, goes to the left hand, rattled off, tapped alive by Isaiah Stewart. Here comes Cade Cunningham, downhill. Oh, little Euro step. Takes it in for the 12-point lead.
How he was able to keep his concentration on the pass and then dribble between two defenders back to stop him and still end up with a layup speaks to his creativity on the run, his ability to improvise.
And one of the great compliments that's been paid to Cade is you can't speed him up. Like, he plays at his own pace. And even there in the open floor here, you've got Ja Morant flanking. Here comes Wells, and he just gets to his spot and finishes the job.
Again, it's having that second and third move.
Duncan Robinson nearly knocks it away. Underneath, Landale right at the rack, but guess who met him at the summit? Isaiah Stewart. Cade up top for Jalen Duren. No, Asar Thompson there to keep it alive. Landale comes away with it for Memphis. Pistons nearly had an easy one. Wells sheds his defender. Jaren Jackson Jr. right in front of the Pistons bench.
I look for him to really start opening it up in the second half. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a 20-point-per-game scorer potentially, has been in this league, and yet he has not been a factor in this offense, so be careful of him.
That three cuts it back to single digits. Duren underneath, knocked away. Isaiah Stewart from the corner, back iron no, rebound Morant. Ja Morant had his steam. Morant erased by Cade Cunningham. But right there for the board was Wells. Another crack at it. Jackson Jr. That's 2 threes on back-to-back possessions. Down to 6.
Offensive foul.
Oh, mercy.
Cade Cunningham, and he didn't really need it. He was trying to free himself, but sometimes you can extend those arms, and right there in front of the official, and he is now saddled with his 4th foul early in this 3rd quarter.
And he will stay on the floor, yeah.
Didn't really need it.
Yeah. He will stay on the floor. Cade continues to plead his case. But you said it. 2 minutes into the quarter, 4 fouls for Cade. That's one of the only ways to slow him down is by keeping him on the bench. And Memphis, good start to the quarter. They cut the deficit in half. Landale right there for the dunk. It's a 4-point game. Be careful. This Cade Wells matchup. Sar Thompson working against Jackson. Rejected. Memphis continuing the onslaught here. Morant. Wells. Back iron. Had a chance to cut it to 1 on that possession. And a whistle away from the basketball. And this one's going to go against Wells. I mentioned you watched that matchup with Wells and Cade in particular.
Here they are in entanglement down low.
Yeah, it's been going on for the duration of this quarter as Memphis is on an 8-2 run. And another stoppage, technical foul. Is it a technical foul on the floor or a timeout by Memphis? Let's see, this could be a, well, looks like there might be some blood on the floor that's coming off the right hand of Jalen Duren. It's Alex Garland in there doing his job. So that's the stoppage of play here early in the 3rd quarter. Gives you an idea of the kind of the level of contact we've been witnessing from both sides here. Little bloodshed, no worse for wear, they'll get it cleaned up. Hey, Pistons fans, if you ever miss a live game, you can catch up with game replays on the FanDuel Sports Network app. And you can do that as soon as the final whistle blows. You can watch every highlight and every big moment. And you've got choices, 5, 10, 15-minute condensed games. All you got to do, download the FanDuel Sports Network app today. All right, looks like they've got it all situated. As Jalen Duren comes back on the floor. Duren again coming off that monster performance in Mexico City. He's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists here tonight. Working against Landale, good quick first step into the corner, the pump fake from Isaiah Stewart. Back out to Robinson, late clock. Robinson back out to Stu. Rebound Wells.
That's good defense. And on Memphis's part, they kept recovering to get to the basketball, thus not allowing any drives, and the Pistons a late launch from 3-point land. They got it done.
Jaren Jackson, a couple of threes in this quarter. This time challenging Isaiah Stewart. Stewie comes away with the rebound.
Pistons could use a bucket. You know, the only bucket in this game was Cade Cunningham's layup.
And Sar Thompson's going to get a chance to go to the stripe. But you're right. Had this thing up to 12. He thought they might have a chance to start pulling away just a little bit. But credit Jaren Jackson for his perimeter shooting. Now Sar Thompson will try to extend this lead at the stripe. Hey, don't miss the Motor City Cruise. It's the official G League affiliate of the Pistons. Come on out to Wayne State Fieldhouse and enjoy high-energy basketball and family-friendly fun. Get your tickets for their home opener on November 7th today. First free throw, no good. I was just thinking we could miss the second one. The tip in from Isaiah Stewart. I was gonna say you could go to the Wayne State Fieldhouse and stream the Pistons Nets game. We got a foul here. Technical foul being assessed to Jaren Jackson Jr. obviously frustrated as Isaiah Stewart was able to get the offensive tip in, got his 10th rebound here. So let's look at a little jostling for position underneath. There's Stu. Taps it in over top Jaren Jackson.
There was physicality both ways, and the officials decided to let them sort it out, let them play it out, and Isaiah Stewart got a fortunate tap. But the Pistons are killing themselves right now with missed free throws.
Yeah.
Not very good offense. You know, this is like Memphis's turn right now, and they're trying to climb their way back into it. Pistons probably fortunate to have the 6-point lead.
Yeah, giving them every opportunity. Isaiah Stewart now with a double-double after that rebound and tip in. But yeah, got to make those freebies. Wells. Morant. Ja Morant, little spin around, little pirouette. Jock Landale keeps it alive. Morant for three. This one off the mark. Duncan Robinson with the board. Robinson thought about it, thought better of it. Back to Cade. Cade into the corner. Extra pass to Robinson. Duncan Robinson buries the three. Needed that bucket.
The trusting of each other out there on the floor. Isaiah Stewart, who has a green light to hoist from three tonight, subbing for Tobias in that starting lineup, but he made the extra pass. He made the smart pass to an open Duncan Robinson.
The Pistons have this thing back to 9. Oh, quick steal from Asar Thompson. Asar eyeing up the competition and lays it home himself, back to a double-digit lead. You saw Duncan Robinson was waiting for a potential lob, and Asar said, I'll absorb some contact and I'll finish.
Well, he felt perhaps like to try to lob it to Duncan Robinson. He's not all that familiar just yet with Duncan Robinson. The better option.
In the NBA, David Adelman takes over in Denver. Mike Brown, the new head man with the Knicks. Doug Christie has the interim title removed in Sacramento. Same goes for Coach Isolo here. Jordan Ott with Phoenix, and Mitch Johnson's done a heck of a job with the Spurs. In fact, Phoenix suffered its first loss of the season last night against Phoenix. But Tuamas Isolo, really, you know, enigmatic guy. You get an opportunity to be around him, understands the game. He takes over in May after they let Taylor Jenkins go. But certainly, you know, he's got a situation on his hands with the, you know, the Ja Morant situation from the other night. You know, when you inherit a team with a superstar player and superstar players a little disgruntled, last thing you want to have is infighting. But as Coach Isolo said before the game, Isaiah Stewart rattles the rim. He said, you know, we're going to keep it internal. We're moving on. We're on to the next. And he believes that they've got it all situated. Time will tell.
Well, whether it was upper management that decided to suspend Ja Morant or the head coach himself, a very solid message was sent.
Cade Cunningham, top of the key. Working against Morant. Cade, 3 to shoot. Step back, long 2. Bottom. Cade Cunningham playing through 4 fouls. He has 14 points.
It took the Pistons a moment to get it going, but now they are going, and they're doing it on both ends of the floor. Their biggest lead of this game right now.
13 is Ja Morant, make it 11. Morant with 14 points for Memphis. Karis LeVert working against the rookie. Duran faces up against Jock Landale into the corner. Isaiah Stewart, a little sweet spot for Beef Stew. They're letting him.
This guy is so important to this basketball team, Isaiah Stewart. I mean, critical the things that he's doing and being asked to do on both ends of the floor, and especially tonight as a sub-starter.
Pistons get a stop. LeVert coming the other way, working against Morant. There's a whistle. Again, Memphis a little late getting back in transition defense. And the foul's going to go against Ja Morant.
You remember the night that Isaiah Stewart had scoring the ball off the bench in Chicago. In fact, the Pistons don't come back from 23 down and have a chance to win that game without his productivity. And then here tonight, you know, pushed into action because of Tobias Harris's unavailability, and he answers yet again on the offensive end. I think it's become common that he'll do it on the defensive end, but he can still score the ball. He's demonstrating that tonight.
Saw Stewart and Cade Cunningham getting a rest. Saw Thompson, Ron Holland back into the ball game for the Pistons. LeVert. Over to Holland, 5 to shoot. Holland working against Aldama. Holland, little runner in the lane. Smart, little wry smile from Ron Holland, got to his spot.
Well, once again, he turned down the three-pointer with the clock winding down and then got something much better, much higher percentage. Smart.
Now he's got a heck of a defensive assignment working against Jaren Jackson. Does his part, forces a stop. And Jalen Duren playing keep away. Duncan Robinson dumps it off for Duren. Duren switches to the left hand, lays it home.
Pistons are increasing their lead with their leader and leading scorer, Cade Cunningham, on the bench. That is a good thing.
And now an offensive foul is going to go against Bassey. So Bassey tried setting a screen for Jaren Jackson. And Ausar Thompson tried working through it. Here's the Jalen Duren play right there.
Well, the Pistons took like 4.5 minutes to score 2 points to start this half. That seemed like a long time ago, doesn't it? It's rolling now.
Duncan Robinson. Look at the ball movement. Robinson, pump fake, step back. Downtown, Duncan Robinson. Pistons extending their largest lead. 81-60 now.
Duncan Robinson fitting like a glove, isn't he? Each game he seems to get better and more comfortable.
He's a leader. And Memphis nearly throws it away. Coward able to get it back, but the Pistons on a 10-0 run. 2 seconds to shoot. Late clock. Coward, no. Aldama tips it in. Santi Aldama, big bucket there from Memphis after they saw this thing get to 21 points. Jalen Duren in traffic, and Jalen Duren chance to go to the line to add to his totals.
What you're seeing right now is a great ball movement, spacing by the Pistons. Look at this, you know, the ball's gonna be reversed twice. And then you end up with a wide open shot on the pump fake in the corner. The thing that I like most right now is that the Pistons have continuity, and it really doesn't matter who's out there on the floor. You know, they're playing a certain way.
That's it.
Mostly they're playing together, and it's working.
FanDuel's live odds. Third quarter spread -9.5. Right now, the Pistons lead by 9 here in the spread. Third quarter total points over 55.5. Currently 37. A $10 bet would win you $20.80. That total parlay right now is at +208. And as always, odds are subject to change as the Pistons right now are pulling away by 19. Greg Kelser.
Well, there's some reasons for that, Natalie. Pistons shooting 55% from the floor. That's huge. They have only turned the ball over 2 times since that early 7 that they got in the first quarter. Just 2 turnovers, so they're getting quality opportunities every time down. Meanwhile, Memphis has turned it over 14 times. Pistons have scored 21 points off of those turnovers. So combine all of that, and this is the reason why I believe the Pistons are up 20 points right now.
It's incredible, and keep in mind, just right at the 9-minute mark, 8:59 to go in the quarter, Memphis had cut this thing down to 4.
That's right.
And Pistons been able to find something, obviously build this thing back out. You got to stay on the gas now, stay on the throttle. Jalen Duren with 3 assists. That's a season high for him to go along with his 12 points and 7 rebounds. So another nice night for Jalen Duren. Vince Williams, his 3-point shot no good. Duren tried to keep it alive. Spencer, that's what he does. The three-point specialist. Cam Spencer knocks it down. (83-65), inside 3 minutes to play here in the third. Javonte Green, 5 seconds to shoot. Dern working against Bassey. Corner, late clock, no good. Williams cross court back to Spencer. There's Jaren Jackson again, right there in front of the Pistons contingent.
See, that's the scary thing now in today's NBA. 2 possessions and they knock 6 points off your lead, and now they're feeling like maybe they got some momentum going. You got to be careful, can't relax or exhale if you're the Pistons here.
Still 15-point lead. Javonte Green, pump fake once, dumps it off. Jalen Duren, rejected by Bassey. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. So Memphis now trying to build on something, trying to get this crowd back into it. Paul Reed checking into the ball game.
Also returning number 3.
Jalen Duren will get a rest.
Returning for the Pistons, number 55, Duncan Robinson.
So as you said, you know, you get obviously Jaren Jackson going to the bench here, who's provided the spark, the 2 sparks that they've had here in this quarter. But you want to make sure you continue to play this game at your speed. Spencer. Williams underneath, a little too hot for Landale. And last touch by Ron Holland. So the ball will remain with Memphis. 6 seconds to shoot on the clock as they mop up a little wet spot right in front of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Duncan Robinson comes out, tests it with his feet, says we're good to go. Caldwell-Pope gets it into Vince Williams, and he traveled with the basketball. So a turnover in a late clock situation. Yet another turnover by the Grizzlies. And here comes some substitutions for Memphis. Ja Morant coming back into the ball game. And Vince Williams will head to the bench.
Vince Williams committed that turnover, and I know he was probably saying, please hurry up, take it out. So I don't.
Right.
But they delayed taking it out, and then he was taken out.
Sometimes it's a quick hook in Tuamas Isolo's system. And turnover by the Pistons. Spencer looking for help, throws it. Kind of led Landale and Cedric Coward into the lane, but he gets fouled and he'll get a chance to go to the line. So fortuitous bounce there for Memphis. Look at Cam Spencer was almost threw it out of bounds, but because of the length, Landale was able to keep it alive and get it inside to Coward.
Yeah, all Memphis is trying to do now is put themselves in a more favorable position for the fourth quarter. They are going to trail, and they're probably going to trail by double digits at the end of this quarter. But they're going to feel a whole lot better about where they're probably going to be versus where they were 2 minutes ago. The Pistons, a little slippage, shot selection off, defense, you know, not as where it was. So a little regrouping necessary for the Pistons. This thing is not over.
Well, Memphis on an 8-0 run as Cade Cunningham still dealing with that shiner, looks on. Inside a minute to play now. LeVert over to Robinson. Need it. Back iron, no. Coward with the rebound. Spencer keeps the dribble alive. Morant over to Coward, 10 to shoot. Landale had it poked away by Paul Reed, but he's going to get whistled for the foul. So the lead is 13. We got 35.7 to play here in the quarter, and Landale with a chance to chip into the deficit at the free throw line. Jock Landale, first free throw, no good. He signed that one-year deal back on July 15th. Second free throw is perfect. 12-point game. LeVert. "12 seconds on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock. LeVert to Green, to Robinson. Robinson to Reed, 1 second to shoot. P. Reed, no good. Rebound, Ja Morant. Chance to maybe get this thing to single digits. Spencer, Coward, oh! It's a 9-point game. LeVert would have counted, but Memphis is on a roll. A 12-0 run. They have trimmed this thing down to 9. 1 quarter left to decide it here in Memphis. Would Detroit contend without having Tobias Harris available? It's going to be a collective approach, but Isaiah Stewart gets the start, and he has answered here in the land of the king. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocked shots. He is the leading scorer here tonight. And if you stop in a Blue City Cafe, they got ribs, they got fried chicken. They might need to put beef stew on the menu. Guy's playing a whale of a game. He's having a heck of a season. Again, not just rim protection, but watch just how much he communicates on the defensive end as well. Brings the physicality, the instincts. And the Pistons need to finish this thing the right way. 21-point lead down to 9, and Isaiah Stewart right on cue. Give him 20 points on the night. He leads all scorers. Excuse us, Cedric Coward.
Well, he got backdoor on the Pistons and was able to elevate before Isaiah Stewart fully identified where he was. Memphis playing their best basketball of the game right now. Pistons trying to hold them off.
Cade working against Coward. Cade through contact and the foul. Cade Cunningham. What an answer.
So Johnny, check this out. After one of the home games last week, I'm leaving the arena with my family.
Yeah.
And my mother and wife. So Cade is coming from his interview, and they just happened, you know, we all intersected at that moment, and Cade greeted my mother, gave her a big hug and everything. And then as she walked away, she goes, "Man, he is so big up top." That's that power that he's got that helped him make that play just a moment ago.
No question. Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Landale in there to tip it in. Again, Pistons not doing themselves favor at the free throw line. Another miss. They left 6 points on the table, and Landale feasting on the inside. It's 87-78, back down to 9. Duncan Robinson thought about it, back out to Cade. Cade dumped it off, looking for Isaiah Stewart. There's Isaiah fighting. No. Coward with the rebound.
The length of Landale helping to pay off right there on that stop.
There's Landale, and a late close from Asar Thompson. Came out of nowhere.
Where'd he come from?
AT, oh, thread the needle to Javonte Green, but he couldn't buy the bunny. Back comes Memphis. KCP, they're gonna say kick basketball or a whistle against Green. And it's gonna be a foul going against Javonte Green.
Here comes Asar Thompson, and he gets all ball to deny Landale from behind. This is clean, it's right on time, and Landale couldn't even argue it because he knew that he took too long to get that thing off his hands.
All right, Charles Bassey checks back into the ball game. There's AT against Ja Morant. I thought Thompson did a nice job against Cooper Flagg in the game Saturday against the Mavericks. Again, Thompson typically going to guard the opposition's best player, and now he's got Ja Morant. Bassey sets a nice screen. Spencer, back out. Asar Thompson into the passing lane. Gets the steal, dumps it off for Cade. Cade, nifty with it. Lays it in off the window. Back to double digits. Thompson, staying right there on Morant. Trying to work through a screen. Ja got a little separation, but the ball deflected. And the Pistons turn him away. 9.5 to play. Cade downhill. And a whistle comes in at the end. Cade's gonna get a chance to go to the line. Crowd doesn't love it. But there was a lot of contact.
Well, he's going to the line, but he's going to have to cash in at the line. Usually they're very reliable. Cade Cunningham just 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He needs to make both of these coming. Splitting up the defense beautifully right there, Cade Cunningham, to kind of quell this momentum that Memphis is enjoying for a moment.
The foul went against Bassey. Another miss for Cade. That's 4 misses at the line.
Wow.
Hey, score big on every purchase with Pistons Rewards partners. You can join the Pistons Rewards program and unlock exclusive benefits, merchandise, and unforgettable experiences. Every game, every purchase, every moment counts toward your next reward. Scan the QR code to join now. That's a reward. Cade splits the pair. Back to 12.
Pistons will take it.
You just never know. Spencer from up top.
You can't leave him.
You can't.
You just cannot, because that is what he does. And he's knocked down a pair now in this comeback effort for Memphis. That one gets it below 10 again. An important hoop for him.
Cam Spencer, second-year man out of UConn. One-time Husky, now a Grizzly. Cade knifing his way into the lane. Isaiah Stewart. How about that? Season-high 11 rebounds, gets the stick back. And Isaiah Stewart is the game's leading scorer, 22 and 11.
He's having a beautiful night. And Cade is starting to get inside. Even though he misses there, all that defense that he took along with him left them very weak on the offensive window for Detroit. Protecting that rim yet again. Helping the Pistons defensively hold off a very offensively talented Memphis team. And then, of course, scoring the basketball, both inside and out beyond the arc. He has been alert, he has been active, he has been omnipresent. And the Pistons would not be where they are without him. You know, the Pistons lead the league in stocks. Those are blocks and steals. They're doing it again tonight. League leaders brought to you by StockX. And right on time for the Pistons.
Right on time. 3 more blocks tonight, came in with 12, which was top 4 in the NBA. Aldama, his shot no good. Another rebound for Isaiah Stewart, continuing to add to his season high, 12 rebounds. Pistons turn the basketball over. Got to be careful with it. Cam Spencer working against Cade, ran into a wall. Who wears 2? Asar Thompson with the left hand.
That's what I say. You give it to him, you let him go. You don't know if he's going to go right hand, left hand. He doesn't even know, but he has the ability to improvise in the air.
Some offensive polish from Asar Thompson. Jaren Jackson answers at the other end. Good ball game. 94-83, inside 8 minutes to play. Cade steps into a 3. Back iron, no. Battle underneath, going to stay with Detroit.
Watch this. Cade cuts off Spencer there. And now, with a second chance to go on the dribble, here comes Asar Thompson. What is he going to do? Well, he'll figure it out on the move.
They get it in. To Cade up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cade shed his first defender. Gives it up, gets it right back. Cade, floater, lane, good. Cunningham now with 21 points. 7 assists.
See, things are opening up for him now. It took a while, but he's going to have to be patient like that on some nights.
Jaren Jackson. Oh, he had 3 threes in the third quarter. Now buries one here in the fourth. He's keeping him in it. Back to a 10-point game.
Took him a while to get going too, didn't it?
You said it. Once he got going, he hadn't stopped. Cade patient with it. Cade working against the Memphis defense, has it knocked away. Cam Spencer ahead to Vince Williams. Memphis throws it away.
You know, the rest of the time here, there really is no need for the Pistons to take chances. You know, if they got a running opportunity in transition, take it. But if it's not clear, if it's not like a 90 or 80% percentage of success rate, then don't take it. Work your offense, take care of the basketball, and drain that clock, because it's your friend, not Memphis's. 17 turnovers for Memphis. And now here's a whistle is going to go against Vince Williams. This is the same. Vince Williams had the dust up with Asar Thompson earlier in the ball game. This time, whistled against Duncan Robinson. Javonte Green checking into the ball game for Asar Thompson. He'll get a blow and likely come back for the stretch run. Same for Isaiah Stewart, who checked out moments ago. Now, in addition to Tobias Harris, tonight, this team still doesn't have Marcus Sasser, still doesn't have Jaden Ivey. You know, he is still a very valuable part of this basketball team. And yet it does not matter. Now when you got Deuce on the floor. Cade Cunningham with 24 points now. He is the game's leading scorer. That's a shot he works on every morning at practice. Steps into the three from the wing, buries that one. Pistons needed it. Back to 13. Jaren Jackson tight-roping, back up top. Aldama off balance, somehow, some way. Santi Aldama. Tell you what, his length certainly paid off there. Able to shoot that off 1 foot, off of his heel. Cade gets a nice screen from Jalen Duren, steps into that one, back iron no. Cam Spencer. Spencer steps into a three. Vince Williams there for the rebound, gets hammered. And he'll go to the line. Cade Cunningham loses his balance, looks like he's gonna be okay. Yeah, you hold your breath for two reasons. Number one, you don't want Cade Cunningham getting hurt, falling on the floor. But also, this is his fifth foul. Fifth foul, folks. The quota is 6. Cade will stay on the floor. Asar Thompson getting ready to check back in. You know, that was one of the things I was most happy about when I went from college to professional basketball. That extra foul. You needed it? Oh, man. On some nights, yeah. Yes, sir. All right, Cade's going to get a blow. So AT checks back in for Cade. And Jock Landale back in for Jaren Jackson Jr. So, 10-point game, 5:36 to play. Still a lot to be decided. Williams Jr. at the line. This is still very much a game, folks. No question. You know, it appeared at least a couple of instances that the Pistons might be ready to space out and run away, but I'm giving Memphis credit. They said no. We're gonna fight this out to the end. 19 of 22 at the line for Memphis. So they're taking care of business where they need to. Ball knocked away. Duren was looking into the corner, but Javonte Green stays with the play. Pistons get the basketball back. That was big time. See if the Pistons can make them pay now. Duren this time does not give it up. Keeps it himself, lays it home. I'll tell you why it was even more big time. The fact that they got a full 24 seconds after the steal. You know, it wasn't one of those situations where the clock kept moving because Memphis did not have full control. They had full control and turned it over. Pistons were able to take some more valuable time off the clock now, under 5 minutes. Well, John Morant challenges Jalen Duren. Duren just his second personal foul, but Morant chance to go to the line. He's tied his season high with 9 assists in this game. But something's missing. Something's missing with young Mr. John Morant. You know, he isn't that electric performer out there just yet that he has been throughout most of his career. Well, that's it. Like I say, you go back to the 2022 year, you know, it's just 3 seasons ago. I mean, Memphis is a 2 seed in the West, Ja's the face of the league. And then really, you know,
from that point forward is when a lot of the off-the-court stuff started to come in, and now you say, you know, is it worth all the trouble? Still a fabulous player in this league, but his point production has diminished year after year after year.
Huge
Javonte
save.
Green.
Huge save, but the clock's still running.
4 to shoot.
Do they know it?
Ron Holland just peeked at the clock. He knows it. Holland challenging. No. Javonte Green. No. Here come the Grizzlies. Williams up from the rack, right on cue. Oh, this is the closest they've been since the 8-minute mark of the third. And there's a timeout on the floor. You said something was missing? And Ja Morant just ignited this crowd.
Pistons trying to get the tap, they don't, and now they can't get back defensively. This is a breakout for Memphis, and Ja Morant over the top, cutting it to 7.
Club, Beale Street here in Memphis, Tennessee. How'd we get here? Well, tell you what, points in the paint, again, in favor of the Pistons. Isaiah Stewart has had a whale of a performance, 22 and 12 to go with 3 blocks. And Memphis keeps kicking the basketball over the place. Pistons have 30 points off 19 turns by Memphis. However, it's just a 3-possession game here with 4:15 to play.
5 fouls for Cade. He's got to be careful. But the other side of those turnovers, Memphis has enjoyed a huge advantage on the glass. They have 17 offensive rebounds and 22 second chance points. Hustle stuff that has kept them close by.
Cade working against Wells, poked out of bounds. They're gonna say last touch by Memphis. Memphis says, wait a second. So 11 on the shot clock. Cade will do the inbounding. They get it in. I think Memphis wanted to challenge that call. Isaiah Stewart rattles it home.
That's gonna make their bench that much more sense, because they were trying to get, but apparently the ball had been handed to Cade, and
that was that.
Too late.
Tying his season high, 24 points for Isaiah Stewart, but Coward answers at the other end, a 3 for 2. 103-97, 2-possession game.
After the Pistons got to keep scoring. So you want high percentage opportunities. Don't turn it over.
Cade, baseline floater, no. Jalen Duren there for the offensive rebound. Stewart, no. Duren tried to keep it alive, but instead rebound Cedric Coward. Chance to make it a 1-possession game. Jaren Jackson behind the back, went to the left hand and one. Impossible.
Here's what Jackson did very smartly. He realized that Cade Cunningham was guarding him, and he had 4 or 5 fouls, and he would probably protect and not be very physical. And then when he got inside on Isaiah Stewart, this is advantage because of that big body that he was able to put between the ball and Isaiah Stewart, and he's really good at using his left hand. That was a big play by that former Michigan State Spartan.
Look at the second half. 16 of his 20 points with a chance to add to it right here, and does so. It's a 3-point game.
He awakened. Hey, listen, the Pistons, they still have time, and they still got a lot of work to do. But I'll tell you right now, this would be a devastating loss psychologically from the way they were dominating this game, up by 21. But without that 12-0 run to end the third, we're not even talking about having a chance to win. But they kept at it, put themselves in position, and now the Pistons are on the ropes.
Well, now a chance to find another way to get it done if you're Detroit. Again, they've been a really good fourth-quarter team. They've been able to close out games. The only game that comes to mind where they were unable to finish the deal was that game in Chicago to open the season. But this is as close as Memphis has been since midway through the second quarter. Here come the Pistons out of the timeout. Inside 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Cade gets it back. 5 to shoot. Cade, one-hander, and he's going to go to the line. Jock Landale was right there, landed on top of Cade, but he's okay. Don't blink.
Cade makes his way inside, gets the contact he was seeking. Fortunately, the big Landale falls on him, but doesn't get hurt. But more importantly here,
gotta hit
free
a
throws. Free throws.
The foul was charged to Jaren Jackson Jr. for the record. Cade's first free throw attempt, right on the money.
You know, two free throws here and a stop, and the Pistons get a little breathing room. When you're trying to come back from a long way, you know, the slightest little slip up can put that whole effort in peril. This is a big defensive sequence for the Pistons.
Jaren Jackson, another three. This one off the mark. Look at Isaiah Stewart hustling.
Remember what we said, if it's not there, work the clock.
Stu gives it up to Cade. Cade puts it on the floor. Cunningham once more, back to a 7-point lead. That's when leaders lead. Clutch time, 2:15 to play. Wells rejected by Isaiah Stewart. Landale for three. That one's good. They won't quit.
Still a two-possession game, and now we're under 2 minutes on the clock, but still the Pistons need to score. And if they can score taking time off the clock, even better.
Pistons have led throughout. Cade, Stewart, extra pass to Robinson. 3 on the clock. Underneath, gotta get it off. Asar Thompson, that's a shot clock violation. And this crowd is back into it.
Look at Cade, turns the corner right here. Encounters Jaren Jackson, who did not go for the shot block.
Wells for three, no! Rebound, Asar Thompson. Cade gonna take his time with it.
If I'm the Pistons, I'm running that clock all the way down to try to get something high percentage.
Cade has Morant on him. Still has him on him. Step back from the free throw stripe. Cunningham ties the season high. He's got 30.
I've said it before, he is a beast.
Morant, stolen by the Pistons. Here comes the motorcade. Out to Robinson.
No need to hurry.
And they will take their time. Inside a minute to play. What a sequence. Asar initiating the offense. Back out to Cade. 5 to shoot. Cade, don't do it to him. Oh, he did it. A new season high, 33 for the man they call Deuce. And it's a 9-point lead with 37.5 to play. Good night, Greg Kelson.
Give me Cade Cunningham. I want Cade Cunningham on my team because he can do stuff like that in the clutch, all while playing with those 5 fouls. And he can do stuff just like that and maybe seal the game. Probably should have been easier, but since it wasn't, good to have that guy right there. I mean, he plays with a calmness and a high confidence level that belies the magnitude and the pressure of the moment. He dropped those last 2 points like the game had just started, not like the Pistons' hopes were hanging on the game.
It's unreal. 19 in the fourth for Cade Cunningham. Quick three from Cam Spencer. And they won't go quietly into the night. There's a full court press, but they get him off Cade, and Asar Thompson dribbles into traffic, but there's a whistle. And you see the frustration from Jaren Jackson and Jock Landale. They almost forced a turnover as Thompson dribbled into traffic.
Well, Asar Thompson now going to be asked to go to the free throw line and make at least one of these. Make at least one, make it a 3-possession game with 30 seconds to go, and you feel much better about the situation.
Thompson just 1 of 4 at the free throw stripe tonight. Collects his breath, takes a few dribbles, back iron, misses the first. Still a 2-possession game. And Make here makes it a 3-possession. See the Pistons bench looking on. They have had to work for every bit of it tonight, despite leading throughout. Second free throw. That one no good. Isaiah Stewart with another rebound. And Isaiah Stewart is going to get a chance to go to the line and salt this one away, perhaps. How about Isaiah Stewart on the glass tonight, Special K?
He's
14 rebounds, new season high. His point production, stepping into the starting role. He's had his fingerprints all over this one. And his first free throw is good. Back to a 3-possession game. 24 and 14, 4 blocks, 3 assists. That's the kind of stuff you like to put on the back of your card.
Pressed into action tonight, folks. Usually comes off the bench, started in place of an injured Tobias Harris, and had a whale of a game.
That's a career high 26 points for Isaiah Stewart tonight.
How about Isaiah Stewart with 26 tonight? How about Jalen Duren with 33 in Mexico City? This Pistons group is an unpredictable team right now, where on any given night, somebody can step up and have a career night. It's happened 2 games in a row for them.
So how about it? A tough, gritty performance, and they needed it from everybody. You mentioned the different contributors tonight. Detroit hasn't played well in this series. The last Grizzlies loss to the Pistons was back in 2021 in Detroit. Detroit able to come back here and get it done. Tough place to play, but man alive. What's my favorite quote? They don't ask how, they ask how many. And that is now 5 wins for the Pistons. 5-2 on the season as they continue to put their stamp on it. 114-106, the final here in Memphis.
Max One and Music.